Hi y'all, I'm going to be talking pretty loud because I'm outside and it's later than I normally come out and do videos. So it's going to be some outside activity noise and so forth because I'm down here in the hub of the monumental areas of Washington, D.C. I want to share some effective metaphysical solutions as opposed to getting up in our feelings so much and letting our emotions rule too many circumstances. There are ways to joyfully counter the various distribution of low energies that are aimed our way. Now, cases in point. What I do on a regular basis when I'm out and about doing my walking, exercising and so forth and communing with nature, I like to have a practice of dancing. So I have my earplugs in and I dance, especially to Rihanna's song Work. I am not tired of it yet. Well, this morning I was on the corner at the intersection doing some dancing and the jack came out of the hole in my device. And so I was in the midst of a dance and everything. So what did I do? Instead of getting a little, disturbed or concerned about it, I just reinserted the plug and started the song all over again. And I mean, I worked and I twerked and I metaphysically manifested in the ways that gave me joy as I danced to the beats. Another case in point, I went to the post office this morning, and like I said, many people in my community know that I'm in the metaphysical practice arena. And of course, many of them dislike, and some of them may even have stronger feelings for my positions in that area. So I go to the post office, and this woman is in there, this hussy, and she was of senior age, so it wasn't like she didn't know any damn better because she was young. Anyhow, I wanted to do a transaction that cost $4 and more than $4.50. I cannot remember the exact amount. However, she decided she wanted to cough and then get spit on her hand, one of her hands, and to handle my transaction. So I spoke to her and indicated that she was being unhygienic and she was smart-mouthed with a trifling ass. So she didn't touch my stamps though, because I mentioned that to her. I told her to get something to deal with her hands and the spit on her hands and so forth. And so she was still come out her mouth sarcastic and snappish. So I didn't let her do anything to disturb or distract me from my joy posture. I said what I had to say to her. Trifling, low-life conduct. It was not going to get me off my A game because the victory is still on the scene regardless. So anyhow, I decided to give her a $5 bill, and I wasn't going to allow her to put my change in her hands and give it to me because she had to touch my damn change. So I just told her I was going to give her a tip. And when I left outside of the area of the postal service, it's in like a little mall, I put on my Rihanna Work song, which is one of my go-to favorites, and I went to doing my dance in front of her so she could be aware that her antics, her shenanigans were not going to get me off of my joyful ride this morning. So that's another solution to the metaphysical practices when people come against us with that low wattage nonsense, foolishness, and gutter behavior. We can just be thankful anyhow. And when I got finished dancing, I shouted out to her within her ear range. I said, "Thank you, Spitty." That was the name I gave her. Thank you, Spitty. So, and I was joyous, and the dance felt so good. I was shaking off that low frequency stuff that she was aiming my way. I finished my dance and I went on my merry way. And then, so what I'm saying, people, is there are people who copy off of us, people who imitate or aim to imitate us, but as the saying goes, ain't nothing like the real thing. And imitation, people, is a form of flattery. So when people want to copy us and things like that, consider it to be a compliment. They're complimenting us. They are admiring us. And they may not even know that's what they're doing, people. So, and then think about it this way as well, because this is true. Powerful people get fucked with more. Why? Because our power is resented and people don't want it to exist. So if you're not being fucked with, check your power base. Because people who are not powerful don't get fucked with as much. Because they're not a threat for the most part. So just consider it a compliment and be thankful to those people who deliver such packages to our addresses. And so rise above it. So some of the solutions, people, metaphysically, are to counter those kind of activities that come our way with thankfulness and recognize it as complimentary. Be grateful for it and figure out how you can use it to your advantage. Seize the opportunities to find out how you can parlay those treatments into riches spiritually for yourselves. So thank y'all for listening. Bye now.